Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice algebra equation. X squared plus 54x plus 9 divided by x plus 3 equal to 14 times root x. Our job is to find all possible values of x. So let's start. Since x is under square root, so for our real solutions, x must be greater than or equal to 0. Now we can rewrite this expression as x squared. This 9 is same as plus 3 squared. It means to complete the square we add here plus 2 times x times 3 plus this 54 times x. Since we have added here 2 times x times 3 means 6x. So we subtract 6x divided by x plus 3 equal to 14 times root x. Now by using this algebraic identity a squared plus 2 times a times b plus b squared equal to a plus b whole squared. This x squared plus 2 times x times 3 plus 3 squared will become x plus 3 whole squared plus 54 minus 6 48 times x divided by x plus 3 equal to 14 times root x. We suppose that let x plus 3 equal to y. So this equation will become y squared plus 48 times x divided by y equal to 14 times root x. If we multiply both sides by y, this will become y squared plus 48 times x equal to 14 times y times root x. Move this term to the left hand side, this will become y squared minus 14 times y times root x plus 48x equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation and is factorable. We write this y squared and break this negative 14y times root x into two terms, negative 8 times y times root x minus 6 times y times root x plus 48x equal to 0. From these two terms we can factor out y. In bracket left y minus 8 times root x. Since this x is same as root x times root x, so we factor out a negative 6 times root x from these two terms. Negative 6 times root x as common factor, in bracket left y minus 8 times root x equal to 0. Now this y minus 8 times root x is a common factor, so we factor out this y minus 8 times root x, and in bracket left y minus 6 times root x equal to 0. Either y minus 8 times root x equal to 0 or y minus 6 times root x equal to 0. From this equation y will be equal to 8 times root x, and from this equation y will be equal to 6 times root x. And recall that we have supposed that x plus 3 equal to y. We have supposed that x plus 3 is equal to y. So when y is 8 times root x, then this will become x plus 3 equal to 8 times root x. And when y is 6 times root x, then this will become x plus 3 equal to 6 times root x. Now we suppose that let t is equal to root x. If we square both sides, this implies that t squared equal to x. So this equation will become t squared plus 3 equal to 8 times t, and this equation will become t squared plus 3 equal to 6 times t. Now from this equation, move this 8t to the left hand side. This will become t squared minus 8 times t plus 3 equal to 0. This quadratic equation is not factorable, so we solve it by completing the square method. We write this t squared. This negative 8t can be written as negative 2 times t times 4. It means to complete the square, we add here 4 squared, and 4 squared is 16. We also subtract 16 plus this 3 equal to 0. By using this algebraic identity, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared equal to a minus b whole squared. This t squared minus 2t times 4 plus 16 will become t minus 4 whole squared. This negative 16 plus 3 will become negative 13 equal to 0. Move this negative 13 to the right hand side. This will become t minus 4 whole squared equal to 13. Now we take a square root of both sides. So this square will be cancelled out with the square root. We are left with t minus 4 equal to plus minus root 13. Move this negative 4 to the right hand side. This will become t is equal to 4 plus minus root 13. Now we solve the second quadratic equation. From this equation, move this 6t to the left hand side. This will become t squared minus 6 times t plus 3 equal to 0. This quadratic equation is not factorable. We solve it by completing the square method. We write this t squared and write this negative 6t as negative 2 times t times 3. To complete the square, we add here 3 squared. And 3 squared is 9. We also subtract 9 plus this 3 equal to 0. By using this algebraic identity, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared equal to a minus b whole squared. This t squared minus 2 times t times 3 plus 3 squared will become t minus 3 whole squared, and negative 9 plus 3 will become negative 6 equal to 0. Move this negative 6 to the right hand side. This will become t minus 3 whole squared equal to 6. Now we take square root of both sides. So this square will be cancelled out with the square root. We are left with t minus 3 equal to plus minus root 6. Move this negative 3 to the right hand side. This will become t is equal to 3 plus minus root 6. Now recall that we have supposed that t is equal to root x. We have supposed that t is equal to root x. So when t is equal to 4 plus minus root 13, then this will become root x equal to 4 plus minus root 13. When t is 3 plus minus root 6, then this will become root x equal to 3 plus minus root 6. First we take square of both sides of this equation. So this square will be cancelled out with the square root and we are left with x is equal to, by using this algebraic identity, a plus minus b whole squared equal to a squared plus minus 2ab plus b squared. This 4 plus minus root 13 whole squared will become 4 squared plus minus 2 times 4 times root 13 plus root 13 squared. This square will be cancelled out with the square root and x will be equal to 4 squared is 16 plus minus 2 times 4 8 times root 13 plus this will become 13 and x will be equal to 16 plus 13 will become 29 plus minus 8 times root 13. Now we take a square of both sides of this equation. So the square will be cancelled out with the square root and this will become x is equal to 3 squared is 9 plus minus 2 times 3 6 times root 6 and root 6 squared will become 6. Further simplify, this will become x is equal to 9 plus 6 15 plus minus 6 times root 6. It means that we have 4 solutions for x. X is equal to 29 plus 8 times root 13 and 29 minus 8 times root 13 and 15 plus 6 times root 6 and 15 minus 6 times root 6, and all these 4 are greater than 0. So we have 4 solutions for this equation.